Good morning. You're looking at me and it's making me nervous. I'm nervous at it. We are back with another Founder Week in the Life, but with a twist, because it's the 1st of December. This just is a testament to how well my boyfriend's family knows me, that I have a Grinch advent calendar. How do I get inside? Luke, I can't get inside. It's the flippin' Grinch, guys. Merry Chrysler. Oh, and it says, I'm only here for the presents.
That was a really good impression.
It wasn't. But what will I wear? Blah, 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 blah. I am determined that I'm going to actually vlog this week and take you through what a week in the life looks like. We have some very busy weeks coming up because I would love to take off some time at Christmas. So I'm getting ahead on content for all of my clients. We're getting at least 2 months ahead so that when we come back in January, we're actually working on February content, which is chef's kiss. So today on the agenda, which I don't know why, I just write them on Post-it notes because I'm kind of like, it sort of limits me a little bit. If I took like an A4 page and started writing my to-do list, I would go forever. So this limits me to what I can do in a day, which is probably a good thing. Agenda today is a lot of writing, to be honest, and sending looms to clients and updating them on where we are and getting sign-offs and approvals. So a lot of that, a little bit of chasing up of some pitches that I have out, and also pay myself and my team, which would be quite nice. So one thing that I actually do and have implemented in the past few months in my business is no call days throughout the week. So I only allow calls 2 days out of the entire week because I feel my energy shifts when I have to do calls and I can't switch very well between deep work and calls. It just doesn't work in my brain. So I have 2 days where I do all my client calls. This week, they're all falling on a Friday, which is a little bit unusual, but it just worked best for the coaching sessions that I had on. So on Friday, I've got a coaching session for 2 hours, and then I also have a call with someone who is also in the industry, just like as a little intro coffee chat, which is nice. I like doing those recently because it's just nice to talk to other people who are in the industry doing the same thing you're doing. So actually, Monday to Thursday this week is a lot of head down deep work, which is beautiful. I have a call with my book club tomorrow. And then this weekend is packed with Christmassy things, which is lovely. So we've got Christmas dinner with my boyfriend's friends and all of the girlfriends. And then my best friend Alison is actually coming over to visit. I used to work with her in the Ali Abdal days. So she's over staying with me from Saturday to Tuesday. We're seeing Hercules on Saturday. We've got my sister's hyrox on Sunday. And then Monday, we're actually co-working with the old Ali work lot. So that is the plan. Right now, I need to jump into getting a lead magnet finished off for a client and then writing some posts and getting those sent off. So we are going to go deep work mode and drink this coffee, which is almost as big as my head, I think. I'm excited by this. Oh, we also need to tell you what happened yesterday. For Christmas this year, I decided as one of Luke's presents, I was going to get him an advent calendar. I just think it's nice to have something to open every day. So I got him the packed coffee advent calendar. He specifically likes beans and doing his own like fresh coffees and pour overs. But yesterday his brother came around to his room and was like, I have one of your Christmas presents for you. So now he has 2, which actually is a good thing because one of these pouches in here, if I bring them out, they're like every day you get a pouch of beans from different places. This one, very funnily enough, is Buenos Aires, Argentina, which is where we're going in January. But every day you get enough for one person's coffee. I think it's 18 grams or something. Now I get to have some too. So that's good. So anyway, great minds think alike. And I promise this vlog will not just be me sat here all day nattering at you, although it probably will be. But my first LinkedIn post went live today. I say first LinkedIn post. I have posted on LinkedIn before, but first one in a while. We met up last week with Justin and Kaylin. Kaylin actually also used to work for Ali, and Justin is someone I've met recently through working with other creators. And we were just chatting about our goals for 2026 and things like that. And I said one of my goals was to post consistently on YouTube and on LinkedIn. And Kaylin basically challenged me to post every Monday. Otherwise, I owe her a book from her TBR, which is a very good, very good motivator. So my first post has gone live today. So here is the post. I basically posted about why I built Sociable and basically off the premise of keeping creators consistent, but also driving towards their business goals and the framework that I use to do it. So it's sort of introducing it a little bit, and then I'm going to post more about it in my next few, which is fun. I have no idea why I have such imposter syndrome about posting on LinkedIn and talking about what I do, because I literally spend every day encouraging the people that I work for to do the same thing. So anyway, we're getting into it. The only way to get past the fear of doing something is to do the thing, unfortunately. So that's what we're doing. Hello, sir. What's happening?
See, everyone wants to start their own business and be their own boss until they're up until 11 p.m. working on stuff. But because we're building a life.
And it feels like we're doing all the wrong things. Or we're actually doing all the things that most people do when they're starting a business.
Yep. Exactly that.
Just need lots of water, caffeine, and someone to do it with.
I was sat there for confirmation. Well, the Christmas tree looks pretty.
Okay, so we're going to do something fun for vlog inception. We're going to do something fun for date night. It is tomorrow date night, but we're coming tonight because it's quiet at Tesco. We are going to go around separately and pick starter, main, dessert each, and then we're going to meet up and show each other each of them and then decide which one's the best one. So let's see who wins.
Yeah.
I reckon we're going to get very similar things. I've actually not even thought about this before.
I've only thought about the starter.
I haven't thought about anything, actually.
I've
actually just had hours to think about this and I didn't even...
I don't know what the main do yet.
Let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's good.
See, I originally went camembert and garlic bread and then I spotted the these
good.
and I was like, oh.
Altogether, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Never done this in my life, but you mentioned it the other day and I thought, that sounds nice.
Yeah, fair.
And they were on offer.
Fair. Oh. You think this one?
That's more us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just grabbed some veg.
Oh, we should do the veg.
Yours with the veg.
Sirloin.
Nice. I went ramp.
And macaroni with bacon. This is actually very fancy, but it's date night, so...
You went for the finest versions, I went for the Tesco basic
Let me
versions.
see.
Coffee and amaretto.
I feel like yours looks better though, I don't know. Yeah,
I said we'd go both for tiramisu.
I think yours looks better. I knew we'd both go steak as well. There we go.
And then we already both know that we went for 0.1. I went for red because of steak.
I went for rosé. I kind of want to try a rosé.
Can I want to try rosé?
Why?
I mean, I think we're both quite cheap.
Should we just get both?
Let's get both.
That's like everything I needed.
Fair.
Got my hair done.
Nice.
I have not picked up the camera at all today. It is almost 6 p.m. We've been going for 8 hours basically without a break today because I've been doing a trial task for a potential big client. So I've been working my little ass off and so has my team. We've done a really quick turnaround on trial edits and podcast clipping and carousel design and all of that kind of stuff to make that happen. That has been sent off a couple of hours ago. And now I need to get to my actual to-do list. I have a few things that I would just prefer to get done today rather than push to tomorrow. It is Wednesday now. But the past few days have very much been like this. Like we've just worked out, I think 12 working days until the end of the year. Luke is across from me right now. We're in our little sociable match cut office and we're just working away on all the things until they get done, basically. We are taking a break. Don't worry about us too much. We're saying we're going to stop in about an hour and we're going to have a little date night with the food that we got last night. And then we're also going to play some video games together, which is one of our favourite things to do to unwind. So yes, we are having a break and stuff. I had full intentions today of going on a run and trying to be a little bit more healthy. But I'm very, very happy with where we got to with that trial task. And if and when we get the client, I will actually walk you through what we did.
When?
You scared me then. I'll talk you through what we actually did to show you what that process looks like. I'm kind of like constantly at the moment doubling down on or like wanting to have a better system for pitching. I think I've been very lucky over the past 2 years that all of my work has been inbound. And this was actually inbound as well, but it's been a bit of a different proposal process. And I want to get better at explaining what I do and showing people the potential of what we could do for them in the first early stages. Anyway, all that to say, got a couple of review tasks to do right now of some content that my team has sent me over, and we're going to see how much we can get through in the next hour before I turn my attention to my lovely boyfriend instead of my screen. Do you like our Christmas tree? It's very cute. All of the decorations on this are made by my auntie. It just fills me with joy. She makes the best little things. Just to give you a little bit more of what I'm actually about to do, rather than just say to you, I'm doing work, and then do like a B-roll clip, because I think that's fine, but I want to be more interesting. I'm going into one of my clients' Notion pages right now, and I am reviewing 2 long-form videos that Luke's editing team has sent over. I leave comments on the first edits of all long-form videos just to give a little bit of extra strategy and suggestions. So I'm going to go and have a look at those, and that will be the first task. We have 2 there to go through. I forgot that I had Taylor Swift blasting in my ears at full volume before this, so that absolutely just scared the absolute shit out of me. Okay, Spotify Wrapped is up. I listen to 180 genres of music. I don't know how that's even possible.
I didn't know there's that many genres.
No, top genres: soft pop, lo-fi beats, indie folk, musicals, R&B. Very me as a person.
Yeah.
Listened to 28 albums this year. Top album?
I don't think it'll be Sabrina's.
Right.
I reckon it'll be... It's probably Forever. No, it comes, yeah.
Listened to it for 769 minutes.
Jesus.
So, top albums. Oh, amazing. Stick Season, No Khan, or Forever. Shawn Mendes' album, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and also the other version of Stick Season. I'm just going to soak up sitting next to the Christmas tree as much as I can this Christmas. So it is Thursday morning. I'm sat on my floor in my office, as I usually do. I actually really like sitting on the floor. I find when I'm thinking sometimes, I will sit on the floor, I'll grab my whiteboard or like my notebook or something, and I'll just work something out. But I'm actually sat on the floor this morning just to open my advent calendars. And I say plural because this year I have multiple, which is very unusual for me. Usually I just have my cute little one that I've had literally since I was a kid. I believe my granny made it for me. But this year I have one from my sister, which was very cute of her. Bird and Blend Tico matcha advent calendar. And inside, every day, you get a little tin of matcha. Yesterday's one was cinnamon bun matcha. And it comes in these little tins. I'm definitely keeping the tins because these little pots would be like brilliant for, and this is the traveller in me, brilliant for like moisturiser, or like if you had pills you needed to take, or I don't know, just for like when you go out for the day kind of thing. But I also have the M&S advent calendar this year. This is the 25 Days of Beautiful Beauty advent calendar. And I never buy into the beauty advent calendars, which is funny because when I used to do YouTube about 6 years ago, probably about 7 years ago now, I was a beauty YouTuber. The M&S one was on offer. I think we got it for like £45, and it's worth way more than that, obviously. And I think in the first like 2 days, you got back your money, which is insane. The only thing I will say about this advent calendar, like, it's very nicely designed. When I first opened it and had a look, day 1 is nowhere to be seen, and it's actually underneath day 2. So you have to take this out, go and find it. It was a little bit disconcerting. It's fine, really, in the grand scheme of things, but I was like, what is going on? Anyway, day 4 says silky, so I'm guessing it's something for your hair. Oh, okay. We've got Living Proof Full Shampoo for fine, thin or flat hair. I have thick, curly, dry hair. So we'll see if this works on me. These are always good to take with you when you go somewhere. So as you saw last night, we had our cute little date night. Spotify Wrapped came out. Very exciting. Apparently my listening age is 21, which is great for someone who's about to turn 30 next year. But anyway, we decided not to play video games. We actually watched This Is Us, which is one of our favourite shows on Disney Plus, if you have it. Just be prepared to cry. at every third episode, because the writing is... I will not shut up about this show unless someone stops me, but the writing of This Is Us is probably the most incredible writing of a show I've ever experienced, and just the way that they piece together storylines from different seasons and bring you full loop on things, but like all at the same time. It's incredible. So if you're looking for a new show to get like really stuck into and you want multiple seasons, I think there's 6 or 8 seasons. We're on the last season right now. We've been watching it for like the whole year, and yeah, both of us have cried multiple times. So I'd be prepared. But it's a brilliant show. So we watched that for a bit and then went to bed and read some books, which was nice because I haven't done enough reading recently, but I'm powering my way through the last of the Akatar book. And this is probably my favourite one, I think. I am 514 pages in. These are actually all copies that my best friend let me borrow at the start of this year, and I've been working my way through them, but I've said I'll give them back to you soon, and she's like, no, get other people to read them. So I actually think I'm going to get Luke on this hype. He was not really into like fiction and fantasy when we first started dating, and then I was reading the 3rd book in the 4th Wing series, Onyx Storm. And he was like, what is this stuff that you're reading? And I was like, just try 4th Wing, just read the book. And then he saw how thick it was and he was like, no, I'm not reading that. Anyway, he listened to the Shits and Gigs podcast, and James was reading it and described it in a really funny way. Next thing you know, he's picked up a copy and has read the entire series. So I think this might be the next one that we get him into. I also have Throne of Glass ready to go down here, the full series. I've got some Hunger Games. I've actually never read the full series of Hunger Games. Weird, because I've read Sunrise on the Reaping. So I want to read the full Hunger Games series through and just have that experience for the first time. And I'm also starting this series. I've just read The Bone Season, which is very different from Akatar or anything else that I've been reading recently. And I really liked it. But I don't think I'm ready to pick up book 2 yet. I think there's maybe 3, 4, 5 books in this series as well. So I'm just deep wading in the fantasy series right now. So the plan for today is still as busy as all the other days. I'm just going to make what Luke and I call a potion whilst I chat to you here. I've got my 1.25 litre or something stupid Stanley. And every day I've been trying to take my creatine and my electrolytes, because every morning I take my collagen with my electrolytes and creatine, but at night I take my magnesium, so I need to remember to do that separately. Anyway, all that to say, I'm trying to get on the habit with that, and with my morning coffee, drink this full thing because it just sets me up well for the day and my brain works better. The plan for today is I'm going to jump on my computer now and do some finance stuff for the business, pay invoices, do all of that fun stuff because it is the start of the month and this week has been crazy. I would have loved to do it on Monday, to be honest. And then I'm going to close my laptop, go and do a spin class because I just feel like I haven't exercised in ages. I've had a minor medical reason not to exercise for like the past month, and now I can finally get back to it again. So I'm like, okay, let's just go exercise and get my body moving because I think I'm just craving like sweating, if that makes sense, which is good because my hair really needs washing. So I think I'm going to put some oil in my hair, let the oil just do its thing, do the spin session, wash the hair, blow dry, all that fun stuff, and then get back to my desk. And I've got some client content to work on for pretty much the rest of the day, and then a couple of bits to work with Luke on for our new business idea as well when he gets back. He is working with his dad today, so he's not here. So that is the plan. And then I do have the evening to myself, so I might spend some chill time this evening if I can. Maybe I'll get into reading this book, or I'm just craving like having a little gaming session by myself. It's one of those things where I'm like, I could just be doing work right now instead of reading or playing a game, but actually it recharges me a little bit, like just time to get into something creative that someone else has done rather than something that I'm creating. When I check my Whoop when I've been gaming or reading, my heart rate goes so low and like my stress levels are just non-existent. It's the best thing. So I think it's necessary for me, and it's like my hobbies. I know a lot of people talk about how video games are a waste of time and blah, blah, blah. I don't subscribe to that. I think anything creative, watching films, reading, playing games, you're stepping into a world that someone else has created, and you can always gain inspiration and recharge through that. So anyone who says gaming is a waste of time, I would highly recommend they get some joy into their life. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, let's get started and do the numbers. I hate maths, but it's a necessary evil of running your own business. We love a good old habit stack. Guys, sorry for not checking in much at the end of this week. I have had a bit of a corker, to be honest. I've had some personal news which threw me for a little bit of a loop. So that's changed a lot of my plans at the end of this week and changed a lot of my work plans as well. I'm thinking of wearing these earrings tonight. We're going to dinner tonight. My boyfriend has arranged a dinner with all of his friends and then all the partners. So I'm dressed in all black. I'll show you my outfit when I've finished getting ready. And I have these Anthropology earrings, which I pull out every Christmas. And I'm thinking, do we want to pull them out tonight? Potentially. I'm just going to put on the rest of my jewellery and then start doing my makeup, and we'll see. So my work plans have changed today, but I still had quite a productive day. Got a lot of stuff over to clients and just kind of took it easy on my nervous system. So I have about, I probably have about 20 minutes, I'd say. I don't know if you can see the time. About 20 minutes to get myself ready. Let's get the makeup going. I use this massive tin of Nivea for my face moisturiser. It lasts for ages, and I always like put little bits of it in other little tins and I carry them around with me. So it's just really good. I have psoriasis that extends to my eyebrow area. This actually gets rid of that and really helps keep the psoriasis down, not at bay, because it's one of those things that just doesn't go away. It sort of flares up every now and then. Someone's probably going to tell me that I'm rubbing my face too harshly. So I'm going to yap about the personal news and then I'll decide whether or not I want to put it in the video. So basically I had a smear test about 2 months ago, I think. And this is a good story for anyone putting off their smear test because it's very important that you go when you get called to do one. I believe they do it every like 3 years once you're 25, in the UK anyway. So I had my smear. I actually go every year at the moment because they found some cells that they were a little bit worried about. And then they actually called me in to the gynecology department in the hospital to do a colposcopy, which is basically where they just look with a microscope in a little bit more detail at your cervix. They decided they wanted to take a biopsy because there are a few areas that they were concerned about. And it's been a month since I went in for that. That was a little bit painful, the biopsy. It took probably about 4 weeks to fully heal, 2 weeks to for the pain to go away. I kept saying I got hole punched. They basically take little areas of your cervix and send them off for testing, which is amazing. Like they're doing all this preventative stuff. And the results came back yesterday with precancerous cells, which basically there's different levels. There's SYN 1, SYN 2, SYN 3, and that kind of shows how much those cells have kind of spread across the cervix. I may be wrong about parts of this, so don't obviously take this as medical advice or anything like that, but essentially I have SYN 2. So they have booked me in for Monday, like super quickly. It was Thursday when I got my letter. They booked me in for Monday to go in and have a LLETZ procedure, which is basically similar to the biopsy, but they go in and they take more away from the cervix. It sounds crazy. It's like less than 10 millimeters if they can, but obviously they'll take as much as they need to make sure that those cells are gone. So they're going to do that. They'll obviously send it off for more testing just to double check everything. And yeah, I sound really upbeat when I'm talking about this. I have cried. I have felt like I was going to faint when I got the letter, you know, all these things, which to some people might sound a bit dramatic. To others, it might sound like I'm not being dramatic enough. It's one of those things where it's sort of like, it's not cancer as far as I know, it's precancerous, so it's preventative. It's scary, but it's also not as scary as it could be. I think I'm more in the camp of I'm just scared more about like the pain and the recovery. I also have quite a busy 2 weeks for the next 2 weeks where I've got a lot of work and personal life and just all these things going on that, you know, I could do without having recovery happening at the same time. The recovery, as far as I know, I don't know very much yet, and maybe I'll film an update, but the recovery, as far as I know, will be heavy bleeding, pain that feels like a bad period, but basically for 2 to 4 weeks. You won't be able to exercise heavily for 2 to 4 weeks, depending on your symptoms. You just have to like not do a lot of things and just take it really easy. The recovery from the colposcopy, I actually had a day out in London, like maybe 2 weeks in, and I thought I'll be fine to walk around London the whole day, but I had to sit down quite a lot because just the pain was quite bad, and it just feels sore. That's the way I can describe it, and I described it to one of my friends, was it felt like a mouth ulcer, but not in the mouth, which, you know, whatever, we can laugh about it. It is a normal thing, and a lot of people go through it. The more that I've talked about it with friends now, the more that they know someone else who has had the same thing. Go for your smears. Go get tested. The smear, I couldn't even feel it. It's like a cotton bud that you put in your ear, but it's longer, and obviously they just give you a little tickle round in the cervix. For some people, it is very painful. For me, I didn't even know that it happened. Go get it tested, because if they find something, they can move really quickly and get rid of it and take it away. Now, there's obviously different levels to this, and there's different outcomes for different people, but I think it's really good that they're doing the thing. It's just, yeah, I've had a big cry and a bit of an overwhelm, and the fact that they're moving so quickly and doing a procedure on Monday feels like I don't have time to prepare. My head likes to prepare for things. It's just all of that, and also knowing that we've got quite a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm just going to be potentially in pain, bleeding quite a lot, not the most comfortable, you know, all of those things. It's just something to get your head around. But we move, and unfortunately that's meant, you know, I've had sessions that I wanted to do, coaching sessions and calls and intro calls and things, and I've had to cancel them the past day because I just knew that I wouldn't turn up with my full headspace. I couldn't even form an email this morning because I was just spiraling about how bad is this? I don't know enough information. You know, it says precancerous on a letter, and when you do go into these things, they do say, you know, we might test it and it might be cancer, and then we'll talk about your options. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. That is what's happening. So on Monday, I've moved around my calls for Tuesday next week because I know that I'll probably be working from bed for the day. And I made things kind of like work for next week. So that's good. And we'll just see how we go. My boyfriend is coming with me. He came with me last time as well, and he was amazing. I was supposed to go and see all my old work lot on Monday, and I was really looking forward to it. And I even called up the gynecologist, which sounds so stupid, and asked them if they could do it on Tuesday instead, because I really wanted to see everyone on Monday. But obviously hospitals have long wait times, and it's crazy that they even got me in 3 days after I received my letter, so they couldn't move it. So I thought best to do it as soon as possible, and then it's done, and then I can begin the recovery process. So one thing to note that I have looked up about this is that if you are traveling 6 weeks after a colposcopy, no, a LLETZ procedure or a LEAP procedure, your travel insurance might not be valid. So luckily, my procedure, if I do it on Monday, is more than 6 weeks before I travel in January. I'm going like mid to late Jan. So that's good. But if you are having a procedure like this, I would just look into that just to make sure that your travel insurance covers it, because you wouldn't want to have an issue or a complication and then that be the case where you can't claim back any money that you spend abroad. So that's the thing as well. And I know we think like those things won't happen to us and it's all fine, but when we were in Bali earlier this year, my boyfriend had an allergic reaction to food, and he's never had an allergic reaction to food in his life. So we ended up in hospital, and he had a drip, and we were in there for like 3 hours looking after him. So and that obviously costs money. So you've got to make sure your travel insurance is in place. I have always taken it for granted. It's actually a very important thing. I actually do not wear makeup often enough anymore. So I'm like going, what do I do next? What step do I do next? I think I wear makeup now like once a week, which again is crazy, as I probably mentioned earlier in this vlog. I used to do beauty YouTube and I used to wear like a lot of makeup every day. Even when I worked for Ali, I would go to the office like 3-4 times a week, go to London, and I would be wearing makeup. Even with my streaming, I'd always do like gems and like pink and blue and all these different things. I would really experiment with it, but now I just do the same thing every time because it's usually just like a quick, oh, I'm going out for the day and I haven't worn makeup in a week, and I'll just do it like that. How are we doing for time? Ooh, we need to hurry ourselves up. We really do. Does anyone else do that thing where they sit on their legs when they're getting ready for something and then their legs go absolutely dead? Oh, frick. Mascara, I feel like I've just zoomed through my makeup and just been like chatting the whole time. I don't even know what I said or how I got it across. And I don't even know what my makeup looks like, but hopefully we've achieved something good here. I've been really on it with my skincare recently. I think that's been keeping me feeling a little bit more grounded, because I do find when I get stressed and I'm like in my work mode, I just forget to do my skincare. I might not wash my hair as often as I should, like all of those types of things. But I've been really making an effort to like stay on it with my skincare, because I know that that kind of like grounds me as well, just going through the little routine of it. All right, let's do some powder. I can hear it like absolutely pouring it down outside, and like it's so windy. We will see if I look anywhere near as good by the time we get into the pub. Some of the people that we're seeing tonight, I think we're actually seeing again next weekend at the McLaren Christmas party, so that will be fun. Get to have a little warm up. Oh my god, I've just dropped powder all over my tights. I bit the bullet and I bought some Wonder Skin lip stains. I've been seeing them for ages and I never bought into them. And then I was like, these seem worth the hype. Like, people are still talking about them years later, so. And they are. This one is in Whimsical, and I promise you it doesn't actually look like this. This is just the fun, like when you put a fake tan on and you get the like dark colour first, so you know where you've put the tan, and then you wash it off and it's not like that at all. This is basically the guide colour. So just leave that for like 30 seconds and then I will wipe that off. In the meantime, I'm just going to get myself ready. I've got socks to go on top of my tights. I'm going to go for these thigh-high boots. I have on an ASOS skirt. This, I think, is like a Abercrombie top. It's just like a bodysuit, long sleeve situation. Tights, socks, all that jewellery. I'm really like a black outfit and just a lot of jewellery girl these days. We will top it off with this Topshop leather jacket, but this has been my go-to jacket recently. And then for my bag, I think maybe I'll just go for this this is like a TK Maxx number. She's very cute and very demure. Let's just quickly go and wipe off this lip stain because it's ridiculous. Hold on. She only needs to be on for a little bit, otherwise it dries and it gets a little hard to wipe off. One of the biggest upgrades I've made to my life is putting everything I need for a bag in a pouch. So I've just pulled this out my sling bag, my Tala. So this is a Charlotte Tilbury makeup bag actually. But in here I have phone charger, wallet, nail oil, lip gloss, lip liner, other lip gloss, and also an air tag as well. I will just zip this up, and then anytime I have a new bag, I'll just chuck it in. And that is everything that I need. Perfume as well, we'll chuck that in there. So then I can just pull that out of the table and then take out whatever I need, like my lip gloss. Stunning. I'm just gonna pop a bit of Wella oil through it because I know we'll get a little bit rained on in a sec, and this will just keep it nice and flat and shiny, otherwise it'll go crazy. My hair is like naturally very curly, so I need to do my best to keep it smooth. Okay, we're only like 5 minutes behind, so it's not too bad for me. Big gulps. This is the outfit of the day. 10 out of 10. Anyone know what I'm talking about? I do not know. Okay. Off to dinner. We're at hyrox. Smells best hyrox.
feeling scared. I am so proud of my sister.